Fire warnings and evacuations for Queensland. Please get prepared, Queensland. Stay safe, listen to the warnings and don't panic. Okay, so across Queensland there are 47 fires burning, and here we have residents are told to leave Zarrabah as 47 fires burn across Queensland. Gold Coast hinterland locals are told to leave their homes as an erratic, fast-moving blaze advances towards Zarrabah, with one local saying the fire looks like lava coming down the mountain. Strong and gusty winds expected to bring hot, dry conditions, which was today. The conditions will be challenging for firefighters. Bushfires expected to be fast-moving and hard to contain. Residents in affected areas need to be familiar with their bushfire survival plan. 47 bushfires burning across Queensland. Firefighters are preparing for potentially catastrophic conditions. The situation was expected to intensify this afternoon, particularly in the southern interior, when hot winds whip across the south. Scores of firefighters from New South Wales have been brought in to help fight the Zarrabah fire, which has already blackened hundreds of hectares of bush over the past week. We're expecting it to come outside of its containment lines today with the weather, he said. It's all adding up to be a potentially very, very busy day. They were told to leave their homes in a warning at 12:30 today. However, an emergency evacuation has not yet been ordered. At least 20 people have already gone to the local showgrounds. Warnings for evacuation immediately. That was at 6:05 p.m. on Friday night, tonight. That was for Stanhope. They were saying that it is too late to leave now, and to put on your fire protective clothing and get safe. So there is so much going on at the moment. 34 degrees Celsius in Brisbane and 36 Celsius in Ipswich. Severe weather warning has been issued for Goondiwindi, St George, Bolen and Dirrabandi in southern Queensland, with gusts up to 95 kilometres an hour. Senior forecaster Harry Clark said those gusts, combined with temperatures in the mid-30s and humidity down to about 5%, was increasing the fire risk. So the firefighters are saying it's unbelievable, and they've never seen this in the 12 years that he's been working in the Bureau in Queensland. No chance of any rain for the foreseeable future. That's actually for the whole entire state of Queensland. Locals have been advised to stay up to date with a fire at Hawkwood in North Burnett, that's near me, which authorities are trying to contain. There are 2 more bushfires at advice level on the tablelands in far north Queensland, one in Bimbula and another in Boobara. A home was lost there yesterday, and more than 400 hectares of land have been burnt out. So the acting commissioner Bolger said given the conditions they were unlikely to conduct any back burning. They will be heavily relying on water bombers to battle today's emergencies, with over 30 aircraft ready to go into Wumpa, Boona, Bundaberg and Guru. We have sufficient water. We don't have an abundance of water, but we have enough. It's lucky that we did our little fire the other day. They're saying also don't expect help at your door. What is a catastrophic fire? Okay, so a catastrophic fire danger rating is as bad as it gets. While some homes may survive a severe or extreme fire if you're well prepared, the Country Fire Authority says no homes are designed to withstand catastrophic conditions. If a fire starts and takes hold during catastrophic fire conditions, the Weather Bureau says it will be extremely difficult to control and take significant firefighting resources. A catastrophic fire warning was last issued in Queensland in November 2018. that was just sort of north of us. When these warnings are issued, your only safe option is to leave the area early. Obviously if it's too late, do not leave. You're going to have to try and stay safe where you are. The catastrophic category was added following the 2009 Black Saturday fires in Victoria. Queensland Fire and Emergency Services Acting Commissioner Mike Wassing said crews were bracing for very similar conditions to what was seen in central Queensland in November last year. These conditions will be challenging for our firefighters, and bushfires will be fast moving and hard to contain. You cannot expect a fire truck at your doorstep. He said if you have not done the preparation work by now, it's too late, and residents in those circumstances need to be ready to leave early. Contract helicopter pilot Nathan Payne said the drought conditions around the Darling Downs region would make water bombing more difficult. A lot of the smaller dams, the farmers' dams that they utilise at times, are very dry. It's going to be difficult to find water. We'll just keep looking. Ground crews can sort out collar tanks if we need them. But at the end of the day, we'll find water from somewhere. Trucks do carry some water with them, but we can use some dry firefighting techniques using bulldozers and graders to create breaks, he said. If the conditions allow, we can do some back burning, but sometimes those conditions are too severe to even do back burning, which they've already said they're not going to. Residents in impacted areas should monitor the fire and weather situation through local radio stations, the Rural Fire Service and BOM. If you're preparing your properties, make sure that it's clear around your houses. Make sure they have a plan and listen to the warnings if they need to evacuate to get out early. People should be clearing around their houses, getting rid of all rubbish and slashing if they have got high grass. Cleaning the gutters out, having a clean space around your house. Also make sure that trucks can access through the gates if they need to get in. Local fire bans were in place for Brisbane City, Redland City, Moreton Bay, Brisbane, Redland, Gold Coast, Ipswich, Lockyer Valley, Logan, Scenic Rim, Somerset, Toowoomba, Southern Downs, Western Downs, Goondiwindi, Marana, I can never pronounce that one, sorry, Marana, Baloney, North Burnett, South Burnett, Cherbourne, Gympie, Maryborough and Bundaberg areas until midnight. Yeah, it's pretty bad here at the moment. Bushfire danger in Queensland and New South Wales while southern states brace for a damaging cold front. Unbelievable. Okay, this was at 5 o'clock today, September 6th, 2019. This is Queensland, guys. Yeah, there's other areas like Stanhope, and I've forgotten the other places, but you know, they're communities, they're towns. Quite large towns, some of them, so yeah, I could smell smoke before. It's probably the one from around here where we are. So from the Queensland Fire and Emergency, prepare to leave Hawkwood, that was at 6:05, Beachmont, 6:05, Beachmont again at 6:30, Applethorpe, which is part of Stanhope bushfire at 5:50 p.m. Seek shelter immediately, Stanhope. Sorry, it's getting pretty bad out there. Emergency warning issued for Beachmont fire update at 6 p.m. Residents are now being told it's too late to leave as an extremely dangerous bushfire burns near Beachmont. An emergency warning has been issued for the fast-moving blaze, which is currently burning between Mackenzie Road and Binnaburra Road, south of Beachmont Road. It's travelling in a southerly direction and it's impacting Binnaburra right now. It's now too late to leave the area. Driving would now be extremely dangerous. The Queensland Fire Service have warned. The fire is expected to have a life-threatening impact on the community. The Fire Service has advised conditions are now very dangerous and firefighters are unable to prevent the fire advancing. The fire poses a threat to all lives directly in its path. Fire crews may not be able to protect your property. You should not expect a firefighter at your door. Binnaburra Road is closed. Police have also declared an emergency for the dangerous bushfire burning at Sarabah in the Scenic Rim. That's the one I was reading about just before. It includes the following areas: West Boundary, Lamington National Park Road; North Boundary, Beaudesert Nerang Road; East Boundary, Beachmont Road through to Binnaburra Road; and South Boundary, Binnaburra Road intersection with Beachmont Road, and a direct line from O'Reilly's Lodge to Binnaburra. So where I was living before on the Gold Coast, we would have been surrounded. Unbelievable, north, south, east and west. An evacuation centre has been set up at Tambourine Village, Memorial Hall, 2720 Waterford, Tambourine Road. Earlier today at 5:45 p.m, another warning had been issued by Queensland fire crews, this time for a dangerous bushfire burning near Beachmont. Okay, so this was earlier. Right, at 4:30, residents in the hinterland were urged to leave immediately. Oh, gee whiz. That's all the tropical bushwalks we used to do. A dangerous bushfire now impacting communities. Wow. Travelling in a southerly direction towards Lamington National Park. Currently impacting Tabletop Road, Illenbar Road, Grey Road and surrounding properties. Queensland Fire Service has advised conditions are now very dangerous and firefighters may soon be unable to prevent the fire advancing. The fire may pose a threat to all lives directly in its path. At 3 p.m, the fire officials warned that the worst was yet to come as conditions across the region deteriorate. Yeah, it's been very, very hot, very dry and it's windy. Fire weather warnings: Central Highlands and Coalfields, Murano, Warrego, Darling Downs, Granite Belt, Wide Bay and Burnett, which is where I am, Southeast Coast Forecast District. So let's have a look at that. Severe to extreme fire danger ratings are forecast to affect southern, southeast and central Queensland today. Locally, catastrophic fire danger ratings are also possible across isolated parts of the southern interior of the state. Fresh to strong and gusty northwesterly winds expected to bring hot, dry conditions across the warning area today. A fresh and gusty southwesterly wind change is expected to move across the southern interior of the state during this afternoon and evening. For the rest of Friday, which is today, extreme fire danger forecast for Murano, Warrego, Darling Downs, Granite Belt, severe fire danger. Forecast for Central Highlands, Coalfields, Wide Bay and Burnett and Southeast Coast. Advice from the fire service is action your bushfire survival plan. Now monitor the fire and weather situation through your local radio station or at www.ruralfire.queensland.gov.au and www.bomb.gov.au. Call 000, of course, in an emergency. For more information in regards to these bushfires or preparing for these bushfires, go to www.ruralfire.queensland.gov.au. Stay safe, everyone here in Queensland and of course around the world. I know there's stuff happening everywhere. So stay safe, guys, and catch you next time.